The Macintosh operating system has a convenient way to tell you all the properties of a file called the Get Info window. I'm going to go ahead and click on this image that I have on my desktop and go File and Get Info. So you can see that it's also Command I or Apple I, and it invokes this window that tells you everything about the file or folder or multiple files that you've chosen. So the window is pretty straightforward. Here I can add spotlight comments, which will help me find my file with Apple's search technology. So if I put a really unique word in there, my son's wearing a toque in this photo. So if I put in a word that I know is kind of not on my computer other than here, I can close this and go and search for the word toque, and it comes up with the photo right away. So this is out of thousands of files that are on my computer, and it goes ahead and shows me. It's going to go and open the file, which I don't really want to do right now. So I'm going to go back to the Get Info window. So that's a really convenient thing, the spotlight comments. General information is exactly what it says. I can add a color label to the file that have different meanings to them, and it tells me when it was created, modified, what type of file, what application is going to open it. So I'm going to close this tab. More info is, you can see that there's all kinds of information, and this will all change depending on what kind of file that you've chosen to do Get Info on. So it even tells me what kind of camera that I've chosen, that I use to make this, to take this photo. Name and extension is straightforward, so I can rename the file whatever I want in this dialog, and I can choose to show or hide the extension. So for some reason it lost the name, I'm putting it back in because I want to rename it. So that's my son's name. I'm going to close this one, and you can see on the Finder that it changed to philip.jpg. Here I can dictate which application opens files like this one. This one has a .jpg extension. It's a JPEG file. Well, I can tell it open this particular file with whatever application. So here there are a choice of applications. So I can tell it to open it. Look, there are really many of them. I'm going to choose preview here. So this particular file will be opened with preview when I double click on it. Or I can say change all and change all JPEGs so that they all open in preview. So I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to keep this one that way. Preview does exactly that. And if this was a movie, it would actually show me the movie and I could preview it and play it, as well as music. I can preview files. And then ownership or permissions dictates what different people can do to your file. So if you're the owner of it, you can read and write, or read only, or grant no access. And it's the same thing for a defined group or for anybody you send this to. Okay, so that defines permissions in Mac OS 10. And you can see here the modification date is there, and the size of the file is there, which is really important. So that's the Get Info window in OS 10. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, and I'm going to show you something a little bit different. I told you that that window was invoked with Apple I. Well, I can open an inspector, which is Option Apple and I, and the same or a very similar looking window comes up. But the beauty of this one is that this is, again, it's philip.jpg. It's the file we had selected. But watch when I go and click on this folder, it switches over to show me the information for that folder. So it shows me that it's 172 megs. So this is an inspector that I could actually keep open and switch around to different files and folders, and it'll just stay open and show me the information on whatever I have selected. The regular Get Info window doesn't switch when you go and click on other things. So this is really convenient. That was Option, Apple, and I to invoke the inspector window. Okay, so that's it for the Get Info and the inspector window, and I hope this is helpful for you.